This is how you can really get a six-pack abs. No BS, no 6-minute ab workouts, no stupid heat workouts, anything like that. No. We're gonna talk about the things that work in real world, which to be honest can be rarely seen on social media. Crazy, I know. Just before we jump into the actionable steps of how to actually do that, let's make one thing clear. Not everyone can have a six-pack. Look, this may not be the smartest marketing move from my side, since I'm a coach. It would probably be smarter if I told you everyone can have a six-pack. Come here, join my program, and for sure it's gonna happen. That wouldn't be transparent because, quite frankly, maybe you'll never have it. I'm sorry, you don't get to choose your parents. So if your goal is to get a six-pack, please try to understand this. You have this thing called the set point, and it varies from person to person. It's actually more like a window. For you, maybe that's somewhere between 11 and 15% body fat. That's where your body is meant to be. If that's the case, your body will hardly let you go below 11%. It's just not possible. You will simply binge your way back into the set point. I've been there, there's really no way to resist this urge. Why do you think all these bodybuilders always bulk and cut and bulk and cut? Why are they not always as lean as they were when they stepped on the stage? It's not possible they are dying on the stage. Listen, if your set point is somewhere between 16 and 20% body fat, you may go down to 15, maybe even 14%. At this point, you may not even have a visible six-pack. It depends on your genetics. For example, some people will retain most of their fat in their legs and a little bit in their abdominal area. In that case, you might even have visible abs at 20% body fat. On the other hand, some people will retain most of their fat in the stomach area. If that's the case with you, you're fucked. So now that you know that you will never have a six-pack, okay, just kidding. Look, the goal is to get as lean as possible without sacrificing your health. You definitely want to look good, but you also want to feel good. And that's only possible while you are within your set point. So let's talk about the things that will get you to that lower part of the set point, which will most likely result in you having visible abs. There's just 3 steps you might consider taking in order to achieve that, and let's make it as simple as possible. Step number 1, obviously, exercise. You gotta grow your abdominal muscles, and you can do that with some hanging leg raises, side to side raises, around the world raises, some sort of crunches, whatever you like. Once or twice a week is going to be enough, so you don't have to spend crazy amount of time training them, but you gotta do it. Step 2, figure out your maintenance calories. You can find some sort of calculator online, but those can be pretty inaccurate depending on the individual. Listen, if your weight is staying the same, it's not going much up and down, it means that you are at the maintenance. Now ideally figure out what that number is, how many calories you're consuming, how many calories you are burning, but if you don't want to overwhelm yourself with the numbers, okay, that's fine. Just make sure that you are at the maintenance. Step 3, create a caloric deficit. If you are morbidly obese, you can create higher deficit and go on to lose 4, maybe even 5 pounds of fat per week. If you don't have crazy amount of fat to lose, then go for 1 or 2 pounds of fat per week, depending on how much weight you gotta lose. To lose 1 pound of fat per week, you gotta be in 500 calories deficit every day. So the $1 million question, how to create that deficit in the most effortless way possible? There's a lot of ways to do that. What I've seen works really well with my clients is increasing the number of daily steps they make. If they're used to making 2,000 or 3,000 steps per day, we try to push it up to 5 or 6 for the beginning. Anyone can do that, but it can make big difference. Then on top of that, you can make small changes to your diet and switch to lower calorie alternatives. For example, You can replace high-fat dairy products with low-fat ones. You can use less whole eggs and more egg whites. You can use less oil when you cook your food or even consider using cooking spray. You can switch from eating nuts to eating popcorn. You can replace sugar with artificial sweeteners. For example, if you drink regular soda, you can go for diet one. Let's say I'm making pancakes. I won't use sugar. I won't even use natural sweeteners. I'll just blend it with banana or with an apple, add some protein, and it's already going to be sweet enough. Instead of whole eggs, you can use egg whites. Once it's ready, put some low-calorie syrup as the topping or something like that, and boom! You have these delicious ultra-low-calorie pancakes. By the way, you don't have to make all of these changes all of the sudden. Start by making one small change, then another one, then another one. Slowly work on developing new habits. If you're eating out at the restaurant, meat and vegetables. You can't go wrong with that. If you're making foods at home, you have so many different recipes available for free on the internet. It's so easy. My clients are eating pizzas, cakes, donuts, pasta, whatever they want. I just send them the low-calorie recipe and they get to enjoy their diet. They're eating huge portion sizes because the recipes are made out of low-calorie dense foods. So now they are losing weight without even feeling like they're dieting. That's the whole point. But look, you don't have to hire a coach to do that. You can find all of that information available on the internet. So now, because you're enjoying your diet, it's not hard to stick with it. You can lose weight and go down to that lower side of your set point and stay there forever. You may even end up with a six-pack. Who knows? But even if you don't, you're gonna look good, and most importantly, you're gonna be healthy and feel great. If you enjoyed watching this video, I'd appreciate if you gave me thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and now that you know how to lose fat and get shredded, you can go here and learn how to actually train to build an aesthetic physique. See you there, bye bye.